Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Mike with Smart Option Trading. It's Thursday, 2nd of May. This is your daily recap. So here we are. It's about 3:10, shooting this video early. I'm going to give it to the public. So if you guys are interested in me, smartoptiontrading.com. But we talked about this the last couple of days, that the markets were saying, be a little bit more careful here. Look out, look out, look out, right? We went through our indicators. We talked about RSI getting hot. We talked about how they weren't really buying much of anything, that earnings was what was going on, nothing great. Google gave us our first basically warning shot across the bow. And yesterday we got our first dump and closed below the 8-day, right? A trend that had been intact, okay, if you're watching this, okay, since all the way back here, 328, okay, closed on the lows, bearish engulfing candle. Today we opened up red, shot up, went to the 8-day. Now you're saying, Mike, we're below, the 8-day is lower. Well, the 8-day moves around with the price action on the EMA especially. And in the 8-day, we kind of pushed right into it. It moved up with us. And at that point, we failed and we rolled down. Okay. Right to the 21-day where we stopped. Okay. So here we are with 50 minutes to go into the close. Flow today has been horrible. I will tell you what we've had today that is of interest, but I wouldn't touch a damn thing until I get a better idea what this market's doing. XLF, we'll check tomorrow. June 26 calls. We'll see if they were opened or closed. Day 2 of Yondang's buying, the August 38th. Stock's getting hammered today. Hoya, next week's 23 calls. There was lots of buying in China names for next week. Intel, May 10th, 52 calls, huge, but it goes ex-dividend on Monday. And we just had some Microsoft June 135 call buyers. On top of that, we had some big put buyers. Look at Apple, May 10th, 212, 50 puts, and JP Morgan, January 105 puts. Okay, so where do I think we're going? I don't know. I will tell you, I hope we're going lower. Let that sink in for a second. I hope we're going lower because if we go lower, it's going to refresh the setups. And I do believe this market needs a serious shake of sentiment. Notice how the oscillator is already almost a negative 100 on this action, right? We're almost getting oversold already. Obviously, we can go much lower than negative 100, but that's our first area. Okay, this is good. This tells me we're not going far. Okay, so for me right now, what I'm looking for, I'd like to see us come in. We have non-farm payroll tomorrow, so big unknown. I'd like to see us come either to 284.40 or down to roughly 280, fill the gap, and then reverse off of it. Okay, so come down to this 283 area and reverse off of it. There's your 50-day down here, all that. Test that, hold it into the close, and then look to take some nice swing longs off of that. Okay, that's what I would like to see. That would be a very nice setup for this market if we were to get it. Will we get it? I don't know. But we'll watch. Okay, everything kind of came in today. But if you're looking to play something, look at the VIX round trip. There's nothing easy in this market anymore. There just isn't. Look at the volume on the SPY today. So with 50 minutes to go, we're at 51 million shares. This is not selling volume. This is not big volume, guys. When we're selling, and this is where you guys need to learn to look at. And I try to teach this to you. Look at this day. Remember that day right here, that vicious day? Well, that was only 122 million shares, right? Right. Look at the volume. We're pretty low. You want to see selling. This is selling. This is liquidation. This is, get the hell out of the way. 130 million shares, 150, 200 plus million shares, right? We don't have anything like that here. This is just very controlled pullback so far. So what did I do today, guys? I did a couple things. So on the open, I made a very quick decision. I took a hit yesterday on the May 24th 143 calls. It wasn't working. I rolled out into the June 145s. And on the green open, and I was up about $100 on the 5 that I had left. I went from 10 to 5. I decided I was going to take my profits, get out, and I'll revisit. Smartest thing I did. You're asking me, why did I do that? I did that because by doing that, I said, I don't trust this market. And I always tell you guys, when the market gets into this mode, you have to ask, what's your level of commitment? And if you can't say I have a huge commitment to something, get out of the way. I can revisit this anytime I want. I also got in and out of Qualcomm with 1,000 shares twice. Made a quick $190. Could have made more. Got stopped out the second time. Never went back in. It happens. Nice move by Qualcomm today, early. Kind of an ugly candle here late. There's 3 names right now that have my attention tomorrow if the market's strong, specifically because of what's going on. First up, AMD. AMD, beautiful reversal, relative strength to the markets today. Talked about 28.50 being a problem. Yeah, it went to 28.64 or 63 and fell, whatever. What was the high? 28.64. I nailed it. Okay. Right. 28.50 still a problem. Nice candle. Roku. I wanted it off the 8-day today. When it came time to buy it, I was stepping out for a couple minutes. I didn't grab it. Nice move off of there. Nice hammer candle. Got to respect that. And the other one here that is really kind of interesting to me is Twitter. Twitter has gone green. Twitter took back yesterday's low and is now green off the 8-day. So these are a couple names that are acting just better. We talked about Intel. You know, I don't know. See that ex-dividend here on the 6th? They may be playing for that. Microsoft, you know, it's funny. I was on a show on Analyze Your Trade, my trade last on Tuesday, and one of the guys there said it's never going to fill that gap. I'm like, really? Guess what? What'd we do today? Fill the damn gap, right? Never say never. All gaps get filled eventually. Old Wall Street's saying that's almost always true. Now we'll see how it reacts. They bought the 135 calls for June. Apple has pushed into that gap, holding in here, straddling it right now. We'll see how this plays out. Could be a quick dump down to this 200 area. Okay. So, you know, when you look around, not a lot is acting great. We saw, you know, JD not acting great here today. Earnings next week. Hoya, tremendous call buying for next week, not going anywhere. We saw this in Baba, right? We also saw big put protection here, can't break out. We saw it in Baidu, right? A lot of China talk today, a lot of talk about whether we're going to get a deal or not. So anyway, I'm going to put this out there, guys. I hope this helps everybody today. I'm going into tomorrow flat. We have non-farm payroll 8:30 tomorrow morning. We'll see how we react. I'm hoping we get a lower reaction. I'm hoping we get a quick flush and we can get this market, you know, see if money comes in. The best way to tell how strong a market is see what happens when you get weakness. If they come screaming into it, you know that they're waiting for a dip to buy the market and everything's good. If they sit there like today and pretty much watch it go down, you know, we probably have lower price action to go, or they're waiting for an event. I think we get a China deal soon. I think the noise today was just that, a lot of noise. Wouldn't be surprised if a week from now this is announced. Hope everybody has a great night. If you're in my service, subscriber webinar 6 p.m. tonight. Catch you then.